digestion, prevents sickness, it is antifungal and has a gentle detoxification agent. It boosts the immune system, cures flu, sore throats, sinus infections, a total natural organic, antibacterial, anticoccidial that is effective in killing the 0 to 157 strains of E. coli bacteria and salmonellas. Apple cider vinegar contains vitamin G, E, A, B1, B2, B6, provitamin beta-carotene, vitamin P. It can improve the health of your birds. Yes, apple cider vinegar has many outstanding qualities that are beneficial to you and your birds. Apple cider vinegar. For centuries, apple cider vinegar has been used to help cure and prevent all sorts of health problems in humans and animals. Apple cider vinegar contains a high percentage of acetic acid, which has a potent biological effects, and also potassium, amino acids, and antioxidants. Vinegar can help kill pathogens, including bacteria, and/or prevent them from multiplying and reaching harmful levels. It has traditionally.
What about the use of garlic in racing pigeons? It is a popular, widely used product, but solid, scientific information on its effects in pigeons seems to be scarce. Everything from cloves of garlic to powders, pills and oils are available in health food stores, grocery stores, and by companies selling products for pigeons. Are there any real benefits, or are the benefits in the eye of the beholder, i.e. the fancier who uses garlic products? Little scientific information for racing pigeons seems to be readily available, but it should be possible to extrapolate information from work done in humans and laboratory animals to pigeons. Firstly and foremostly, logic based on a number of studies, says that the best source is the good effects of garlic is fresh cloves of garlic. Manufacturing procedures in the preparation of garlic powders, liquids and oils can vary considerable.
Honey has natural antibacterial properties, and its effects on wound healing has been well researched. It is a rich source of chemical compounds such as flavonoids, which have been reported to have antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory and anti-allergenic properties. Both laboratory studies and clinical trials have shown that honey is an effective broad-spectrum antibacterial agent. Natural honey naturally contains trusted source small amounts of the following vitamins and minerals. Honey has an antibacterial effect, but it is also used in pigeons' diet as a recovery supplement following an antibiotics treatment and as a stimulant of the digestive system. Dosage: 1 tablespoon of honey to 1 liter of water. Do not overdose, as it can produce diarrhea. Honey has been used since ancient times for its medicinal and healing properties. Traces of it have even been found in medicinal substances dating back over 5,000 years. In ancient Egypt, for example, it was rubbed onto the skin. We prefer the raw Spanish peanut because of its small size and uniform shape. However, regular peanuts are just as good, but are larger and odd-shaped and more difficult to eat. Both have the same nutritional value and will produce the same great results in the breeding and racing loft. The raw Spanish peanuts do have a little better taste. To get the best results from peanuts, you must feed them whole, with the skin still on the peanut. This ensures that the birds will get the most value from the peanut. Do not buy halved or crushed peanuts. They lose a great part of their nutritional value in this form, and you will not get the same successful results from your birds. How to feed. Give 1 to 4 peanuts to each bird when the races are getting longer. Also, you can add 1 or 2 in their nest boxes when they return from a loft fly. As a treat, you can give the peanuts a bash to break them up so the pigeons get used to them. Only feed peanuts lightly to the pigeons. We prefer the raw Spanish peanut because of its small size and uniform shape. However, regular peanuts are just as good, but might be a little more difficult. Free racing pigeon tips and lots of info. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look at the links and email below. The crop of healthy pigeons should empty within 12 hours if fed twice daily, and within 24 hours if fed once daily. Delayed crop emptying can be the initial indication to the fancier that all is not well with the team. Often the problem is first noticed when birds are picked up for a morning toss and are found to have food in their crops from the day before. Alternatively, birds may not appear normally hungry and trap sluggishly simply because they still have food in their crops, waiting to be digested, from their last feed. And so, what are the possible causes of delayed crop emptying? I find it easiest to group potential causes into 4 categories, namely, problems with the food, the crop itself, the environment, or the body generally. The crop.
The crop is the dilated area of the esophagus, the tube from the throat to the stomach. It is the initial place that swallowed food comes to rest. In health it is a functional, contracting, muscular sac. At the completion of the meal it begins pushing boluses of food through into the stomach. Anything that inflames the crop wall interferes with this function. Common infectious causes include wet canker, thrush, and bacterial infections, often E. coli. Microscopic examination of a sample of fluid taken from the crop, i.e. a crop flush, can be used to identify a problem. Food. Feeding poor quality food contaminated with bacteria, fungi, or toxins will lead to a slow crop. The body. One of the initial subtle ways that race birds have of showing us that all is not well is a crop that takes too long to empty. Frustratingly, the list of possible health causes is virtually endless. The problem could be a disease elsewhere in the body that is not immediately associated with crop function, for example worms or coccidia. Alternatively, it could be one of flock management that indirectly affects the bird's well-being, for example overtraining. Exposure to heavy metals such as zinc and lead is an often overlooked problem. Drinkers, storage drums or feed trays made of galvanized metal can all expose the birds to these toxins. Quickly absorbed but slowly excreted, they accumulate over time, leading to a range of health problems including delayed crop emptying and even infertility. The environment. Basically, birds from lofts that fail to provide a sense of well-being can be expected to experience delayed crop emptying. This may be because they fail to provide an environment conducive to health. For example, they may be cold and damp. Alternatively, they may fail to provide a sense of security so that the birds do not rest properly, or may be poorly set up, leading to excessive territorial disputes, etc. What to do? A crop flush should be done immediately, particularly during racing, to identify any crop infection present and treatment given as indicated. If no problem is detected, a thorough clinical examination, together with microscopic examination of a fecal smear, may give the answer. Medication is not necessarily indicated. The bird's recent management should be reviewed together with the loft design relative to recent weather. If the birds have been working hard and the weather is cold, no tossing for a few days and some probiotics or vitamins may help. Slow crops correlating with a recent change in a grain batch may indicate a feed problem. Interestingly, at last year's Avian Vets Conference in Manly, our guest speaker was Dr. Lorenzo Crosti, the veterinary director of Loro Parque in Tenerife. Loro Parque is a world-famous bird breeding facility. Dr. Crosti stated that he had good results treating birds that were otherwise healthy, with slow crops, with fennel tea. Fennel tea bags can be purchased from health food shops. Simply make a cup of fennel tea, as you would a cup of normal tea for yourself. This can then be added to the drinker. There is no strict dose rate. It smells like licorice, but unless mixed too strongly, the birds drink it readily. Free racing pigeon tips and lots of info. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, look at the links and email below. There are many reasons to buy my racing pigeon method. Here are some of the best reasons. You will get excellent results. It's a very simple system to use. It's affordable. I have had over 400 first prize winners. It's adaptable to any situation. You can use it with any racing method, natural, widowhood, young birds. It's a very effective method. There is no need to spend a lot of money on fancy pigeon products. It's a reliable system and it is foolproof to use. Professional athletes, race horses, take the same products. There is science behind this, not just hearsay. It is all to do with red blood cells and oxygen in the blood. Without that, a pigeon will not race well, or an athlete will not win a race. If he has low oxygen in his blood, the above is fact and is 100% science. There are a few things you can do to improve your chances of winning at racing pigeons. One of the most important things is to learn as much as you can about the sport. You'll need to know the different types of pigeons, how to train them, and how to race them. Another key factor is practice. You'll need to be able to fly your pigeons competently in order to win races. And, of course, you'll need to have the funds to invest in racing pigeons and other racing equipment.